Hey guys, Sausage here. This is going to be Flower Part 2. I assume it's just going to be two parts. But we're back for Part 2. I did discover that there is an options menu. You just have to press Escape. I feel kind of dumb for not realizing that. But so there is an option with a leaf as a mouse cursor. That would have been nice to have. Um, I understand why there isn't a mouse cursor, but had there been, I would have thought like maybe there would be options. So I went in here, um, sound effects and music. It's at 100, so I'm not sure where the music is. And then as for graphics, um, these were all set at medium, grass, and effects, and whatever this is. Anisotropy. I don't. I'm not a professional word knower person. I'm not a dictionary. I don't know if that word. I don't know how to pronounce it or what it means. But these were all at medium. Grass density, draw distance, and effects. They were all at medium, so I bumped them up to ultra. Um, we were lacking a little bit. Hopefully this doesn't make it too much worse. If it does, I'm going to come back in here and fix it. But for right now, we're just going to roll with it. So escape, and let's knock this guy out. Maybe you guys will hear music, and I just can't. Like, there's music here, but... Alright, so looks like a curb, looks like the street, it's a puddle. Buildings, architecture, metal beams. I do like the illustrations. I definitely like those. So let's get started. Now we're a purple flower. And there's some wreckage back here. I wonder if, did I cause this wreckage? I don't think I did. Like, it's possible, but like, is this a side effect of my actions? Did I do it deliberately or did I not? Was this going to happen regardless of my actions? Okay, so we cleaned all the rust off of the um I don't even know what that thing would be called. Structure, maybe? All right, gonna clean this guy up too. Maybe we can recycle this metal later. If we're healing, everything's dark and gray and gloomy and rainy, and we're bringing color back to the world. It only makes sense that like recycling would be a theme of this. Maybe not a theme, but like if you had to speculate further, I think them salvaging. Oh god, that was scary. I mean, not really. Like, clearly I didn't jump. But in the context of this game, spooky. Not even spooky. Why did I say spooky? It's not spooky. It's not a haunted. Oh, I thought I was. Oh, I got zapped by lightning. Either way, it's not a haunted lightning bolt. It was just, a little scary. Give you a little spook. So, there was music and such in the audio settings, but I don't really hear anything now. And I doubt that, If I can hear that, I would assume I could also hear this too. I think I might hear rain, maybe, but I'm just going to assume that the actual gameplay portions don't have music or sound or anything, which is a little disappointing, but it is what it is. All right, we got some rusty metal over here, but I don't see any flowers. I think I'm going the right way. Okay, so I got zapped again. There are some flowers over there. So we'll go grab these guys because apparently they don't want us going back there right now. I am excited to see how this game ends because even though I've complained about the controls and I've complained about the lack of sound or music, I do like the way that the game looks. And for what it is, I am enjoying this. There is a there is a I mean there's a narrative. It's very simple, and I don't know if there's really that much to talk about with the narrative. It's not like there's an antagonist or anything, but for what this game is, I'm actually enjoying it, and I am excited to see how it concludes. I still hope it is that giant mechanical Venus flytrap boss, but I'm keeping my expectations realistic. There was a way to adjust the controls in the settings, like the mouse sensitivity, but I don't think that the mouse sensitivity would affect, the tight turns. That's really so. One of my complaints is that it'll try to force me to go in a certain direction, but also in tight corners, like not even well, tight spaces, like under these towers. There's flowers in all four corners, and I can get two of them right by just flying in a straight line. But then the other two, I have to fly outside of the tower and then make a wide turn just to hit them. Like here, I'll show. Well, okay, this one's got three. It's gonna make me a liar, kind of. But you see how I have to? I can't just stop and make like a zero radius turn. And I don't think that adjusting the mouse sensitivity would fix that. This is, here's something right here. There could have been, effects, sound effects to this of the metal crumbling. They could have added sound effects, but it's not in here. I I assume that's a deliberate choice, but why? In a lot of games or movies or whatever, in very intense moments, you could remove the sound or make things black and white to add the lack of sense, like the lack of sensory can add to the ambiance, I guess, or the effect of what's going on. But the whole game is silent. Like there's no thunder. I don't hear. There was that lightning and there was that thunder, but I didn't hear it. I don't know why. Couldn't they have found some non-copyrighted sound effects, or even just wait for a thunderstorm and record it yourself? You guys are a game studio. I would assume you have the equipment and the means and the know-how to do that. Unless it's an issue on my end. And if that's the case, let me know. Say, Sausage, you're as smart as a dog turd. You know, when I played it, I had sound. You just need to do X, Y, and Z. And if that's the case, I am not afraid to eat my words, and I will say, okay, you're right. It's on me. I goofed up. But I assume it's not my fault. I'm just gonna say I don't think it's my fault that there's no sound. I'm gonna put this on the game studio until proven different. Aside from that, though, I am enjoying this game. That's a white flower, a glowy white flower. All right, we're gonna hang to the left, like I said in the previous video, how I always go left. I want to go underneath if I can. I got zapped. Did I die? No. Can I wonder if you can lose by touching it too many times. See, I wanted to fly. There we go with the camera again. I wanted to fly underneath so I could avoid doing all this. Okay, so I got it. But I couldn't tell that I got it because the camera is bad. I'm just going to go this way because I don't really have a mini map to show me where I'm going. All right, so there's more flowers. But here's the thing, like I don't know how big this area is. I can just, fly around in here figuring, look, secret flowers. Glad I did decide to fly around. All right. If I don't see any more, I'm just going to keep going, and I don't think I do see any more. So, I'm going to keep going. I hope I got that flower. So when I make these sharp turns like that, that's not the mouse. I was talking about controls, how it could affect the mouse sensitivity. Right now, I'm not moving the mouse. I'm just using WASD. I'm only pressing the mouse button to move forward. Is this the final boss? Is this the Venus flytrap? No, probably not. So did I lose? Did I win? It looks like it died. So we're going to come down here. Get this level started. So this game could potentially have like dream core elements if you guys know what dream core is. And I had a dream last night that my PC bricked up. I hope I'm not, like jinxing anything. I'm gonna knock on some wood right there. Um, yeah, I had a dream that my PC bricked up last night, and I was devastated. It's like I just started YouTube. Why is my PC bricking up? And then I'd have to call my friend and say, "Hey, like, can I come up so we can take a look at this?" Because I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of all this. I'm not a very technical guy. I want to learn this stuff, but every time I look at it, I'm just like, "Oh, this is a lot." It's intimidating. But so is getting started on YouTube. Getting started on here was kind of intimidating, and it still is. I'm not going to say that it was kind of intimidating. It definitely was. But I feel the same way about computer stuff because it's like, oh yeah, like only this CPU will fit in this motherboard, and this motherboard can only fit this graphics card, and like it's just there's a lot to learn, and it's intimidating. So now I'm this like golden flower petal. What's the word I'm looking for? Whirlpool? What is a whirlpool in the air? I say whirlpool because there's all these other flowers following behind me. Maybe whirlpool isn't the right word. I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going. Do I fly up? No. I can't fly up. Do I just Oh, well, maybe if I play the game, start and stop thinking about whirlpools. There we go. Oh, now everything is so colorful. This kind of this is going to sound kind of weird, but it kind of reminds me of when spring would hit in Colorado. I lived out in Colorado for 1 year. Not even a full year. But I remember I think it was a weekend. It was probably like a Saturday. I went for like a small hike near the house I was living in, and there's a golf course right near it. And that's where I would go hike. I would walk around the neighborhood, but I would then, walk over to this little ridge that had a golf course on the other side. And I remember climbing to the top of the ridge, as I had done a couple times before. And I swear, like, when spring would hit, it was instant. Like, you wake up one day and everything's still kind of dead looking, and then the next, everything is vibrant and it's green. I remember looking at the hills and I'm just like, when did this happen? And like that's such a weird side story that like if you're listening to this, you're probably like, I don't care about your stupid golf course coloring book story in Colorado. But it just kind of made me think of it like when everything was gray and then even the buildings turned, the I assume it's supposed to be brick. It was a very like reddish orange color, like a rust almost. When that happened, it just made me think of that. And now I'm on the freeway collecting flower petals. This is not safe. I'm going this way. I know that those are blue flower petals up there, but this looks like it's off the beaten path, you know? This part of the gameplay is pretty fun. I like this. All right, am I going to go back up on the freeway? All right, I'm going to assume that the final boss is not, a mechanical Venus flytrap, but rather capitalism. Capitalism is the final boss, which makes this game very meta. In my opinion, which again, I'm just some guy playing a game about flower petals on Steam and on YouTube. And I've never. Oh, I'm not even controlling. Well, now I kind of am. My opinion isn't worth much. That's all I'm getting at. I'm just some guy. Okay, I don't know why it brought me all the way up there just for me to come back down here. I hope that when I play Journey that the controls are a little better than this. I'm going to be going into that game blind as well. I know just like a little bit about it, but, overall, I don't really know anything about Journey. So I hope it's like this game, and no offense to the developers, but I hope it's better. I hope it's like this, just better. Because even though I am enjoying this game, like I said, um, it needed some TLC and it didn't receive it. I'm trying to fly up, but again, the camera is not the best. Maybe this is the last level. Maybe I'm wrong and this is the last level. I mean, this seems like a very climactic conclusion to this little adventure. I should have eaten before I started recording because, man, I am hungry and I don't know how long this video is going to be. The last video, before editing, was about an hour long. And not that I don't mind making an hour-long video for you guys, but I'm kind of hungry. And now I'm collecting whatever this is. I have no idea. It's a chair with a pot near a window. Okay, so that's the calendar from the very beginning. So again, I wish there was sound. It would make this whole cinematic a little more impactful. That's a big old tree. I don't know if having that tree there is safe though. Like right now, I'm sure it's just fine. But one day won't it get old and potentially die and then, maybe cause damage to the buildings? So they can animate that bird's wings, but they can't put sound effects or music into the gameplay. Okay. All right, what is this? A bonus level? Maybe? I'm wondering if maybe that middle flower, assuming there is a middle flower, I wonder if you have to collect all the other flowers to get that. Okay, so I mean, I guess this is kind of like a bonus level, but it's a credit scene. Okay, so I played through the credits. I was kind of waiting to see if there's going to be an extra stage or something, but I can't seem to move from this right here. So I'm going to cut the video here. Mahoney out.